Hey guys, how's it going? Today it's David with another Apple of David. And actually it's nighttime, but it is what it is. So today we're reviewing this green dragon apple, and this one kind of intrigued me because um the packaging. Listen, marketing 101. Get a good package and I'll be interested. Like, look, you see there's a dragon on there, right? And then on the back, they're like, "Oh, hey Melissa, we got this cool dragon." Um Due to it being a green apple, I have my expectations of this being more tart. And as you might know, if you've been following the channel long enough, I'm not much about tart apples. But we'll see how this turns out. I'll give it a fair shot. It's got a cool name, got a cool packaging. You can't go wrong, right? Oh my god. That crunch was insane. Y'all with them like fancy headsets, let me get you another bite. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. This is insanely crunchy. Holy. Okay, that bite wasn't as crazy. And kind of notice the shape. It's an apple shape, sure, but to me, it's kind of on the smaller side, which I kind of like. I like snackability, and not feeling like it's too much of an investment. I know it's an apple, but come on. And it's kind of more shaped like I don't really know the correct shape, but like it kind of like it's large at the top and then it really shrinks down to the bottom, which I think is a little different than I'm used to. But get ready for one more crunch, huh? Oh my god. I hope that picks up really well. Especially all with the surround sound earphones. So overall, green texture, little dots on the texture, white inside. I actually, when I was grabbing this image off Google to put up in the corner, I saw that there was an apple that made it seem like this was gonna be a dragon fruit on the inside, which I thought would have been insane. And I was like, did I just spoil myself? As we can tell, it does not look like a dragon fruit on the inside with all these like dots, but I guess the dots are on the outside. And my assumption about it being tart was completely false. This is actually a really sweet apple. And when I say like really sweet, I mean it's not like sugary sweet. I think it's a perfect amount of sweet. Like it's not tart as I expected. Like this is, if you're thinking this is gonna be a Granny Smith, completely abandon that ship. It's quite sweet, but perfect snack size, very crunchy as you couldn't tell. And here's the funny thing. I've had this apple in my fridge for at least a week now, which I know some of you have been like, David, why don't you review them the day you get them? They might be even crunchier. Come on. If it's still this crunchy after a week, clearly there's something cool about this apple. Oh my goodness. Yeah. According to this bag, I mean, while we're here, let me read off what the back of the bag says. So it says, for over 100 years in Japan, the green dragon apple has been prized as a delicacy and symbol of royalty. Enjoy the crisp fragrance, sweetness of this Pacific Northwest hidden treat. Okay. Get this. It says the flavor, it claims this themselves. It's an aromatic flavor reminiscent of pineapple and pear. Perfectly sweet and barely tart. I agree with the last part. The pineapple and pear part, now that I have it in the back of my head, let me think if I actually... Listen, I think it tastes like an apple. Whether it tastes like a pineapple or pear, I wouldn't say it tastes like either. So if you hate pears, I know there's some people that don't like pears. You'll still enjoy this apple. This won't offend you to think that you're eating a pear all of a sudden. It still tastes like an apple. It still feels like an apple. It is an apple. But like, come on now. It doesn't really taste like a pineapple or a pear. But maybe your taste buds think differently. And I don't think it's a bad thing that it doesn't taste like it. That could be just my palate. Um, Overall, though, it's a good taste. Small, um, pretty, pretty small bite, which I can appreciate. Because you can finish this relatively quickly and not feel like you had to dig through such a big mountain of an apple. Um, it's a good apple. Green dragon apples is a good apple by my standards. I would give this 8.5 out of 10. It's a good size, very crunchy, which is always a plus in my book. Uh, Relatively sweet, and I say relatively because I don't want to make it sound like this is so sugary sweet that you think it's candy, because it's not. But it's a good amount of level of sweetness. No tartness to it. So if you're looking for tart, go grab yourself a Macintosh or a Granny Smith. But in terms of this being a green apple, it's actually probably the sweetest one that I know currently. So it's not a bad look. I definitely say this is worth a try. Unfortunately for me, I had to buy it in this big bag. It has like 6 of them, but lucky for me, they're relatively small, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. They seem very seasonal. This is the first time I've ever heard of or seen this apple. In all my years, it's been like a few years, right? And all of my years of searching for apples wide and far, and by that I mean my local Sprouts. But this is the first time I've seen it. If you see it, I think it's worth a pickup, at least to try once. It's not gonna blow your mind, but this is definitely a very serviceable apple, and I think you will enjoy it if you like any apple that is sweet and crunchy. And the more I think about it, I can sense a bit of a pear, but that could just be placebo effect. So don't take my word, take your own. If you can find this apple, definitely try it. Let me know how you think about it. But that's it for now. I think there's one more apple I have, which probably won't be as exciting as this one, but I really did want to get to this one at some point, and this was a perfect opportunity. I will say, though, there was another apple I saw at the store. It was called, like, I know it's going to sound silly, but I think it said, like, the mother apple or something. I don't know. I didn't get a chance to pick it up, so I can maybe see if it's still around, but I didn't feel too pressed to get that one because I'm not even sure. Like, I feel like they're just slapping names on apples, whatever they want, and they might just all be Fuji. You know what I mean? So, do your own thing. Grab this apple if you want. It's definitely good. I mean, look, I don't have big hands, but, like, it's a, yeah, so, yeah. Because I know, for example, like Honeycrisp, they can fit your whole hand. This thing, not even. So, yeah. Have a nice day. Enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend. I know we're past that, but happy holidays. Get yourself a green dragon apple. Dragon noise. What the noise is you dragon to make? I don't even know what I'm talking